Hey there, little red bots, this is Red Jealous Flight, and before we end off on year 3 of Harry Potter Disc 2s, we have a tour of Honeydukes to get to.
Let's see what makes Honeyduke's Sweet Shop one of the highlights of Hogsmeade. Just smell the confections wafting through the air. Oh, excuse me. Ah, yes. Everything a sweet tooth dreams of.
Much like every other tour, there are stopping points in which you can look around and also for Easter eggs. So let's have a look.
Now for those delicious lollies, jelly slugs, skeletal sweets, and chocolate frogs.
I might go for a chocolate frog just in hopes of starting the card collection. Alright, nevertheless, let's look at what's at the back. It looks like Bertie Bott's every flavor beans and something.
Ah, Bertie Bott's ever flavored beans. Can never get enough, now can you? The same goes for fizzing whiz-bees, chocolate frogs, and all of those curious confections.
Coined by Aunt Marge's waltz, apparently. Let's look at the jars at the back.
Sweets for the sweet. Anything you can think of is here at Honeyduke's. The owners are so very happy to help you fill up on the finest wizard snacks.
Just as long as you have a few...
Hold on, that one looks a bit like a sorting hat.
Curious little skulls. What about these things?
Now, there's plenty to go around. You'd think they were giving them away. Hey, pass some over here. Come on, I'd even fancy a pepper imp.
Alright. So as per the usual, I know the majority of what to look for. So let's look at these jelly slugs, I think they are, over here.
Jelly slugs, anyone? So many surprises await you at Honeyduke's. Don't those look lovely? Why not give me a taste? Well, maybe not.
So I'm pretty sure that's like a scale used for like measuring something. Oh, my mistake, my bad.
What's this? Excuse me, boys. Those jelly skulls are very wicked confections. Seems their brains are all aquiver. I'd be afraid to find out what they're actually made of.
I'd be very afraid if they were made of blood.
Let's explore the store, shall we? Around this way, past the no-melt ice cream on your left, and all the wondrous chunks of nougat and exotic toffees. I'm sure there are some exploding bonbons about. Past the jelly slugs lie a boundless assortment of goodies. Oh, hello, George. Take your time. There's plenty to choose from.
So again, we're seeing the main members of the main cast in the activity He's in the disc too. Let's have a look at what's interesting George.
Well, George, you really know you're sweet. Of course, at this rate, there won't be much left for the rest of us. But do enjoy. After all, Hogsmeade trips come rarely.
All right.
What's the matter, George? Can't find what you're looking for? Well, you know you won't find dung bombs, hiccup sweets, frog spawn soap, or nose-biting teacups here. That's all available at Zonko's Joke Shop. However, while at Honeyduke's, you might want to try a nice acid pop. I'm sure the owner can find you some.
So here's where we can go two different ways, because unlike most tours, this has two different endings, depending on the path you choose.
There's nothing like opening up a jar filled to the brim with luscious licorice ones. That first bite as the flavor rushes to meet your expectation. You know exactly what I mean, don't you?
The kid there probably does. Alright, as for Fred and George.
Fred, George, have a look behind you. If you work out what that is, please let me know.
Clippy's clip joint. So, this is the place where we have to make a decision. Do we want to continue this way? Or do we want to get a little bit cheeky and go down there? We'll head down that way in a bit. But for now, let's go the main route.
Fred, George, where are you going? You shouldn't go down there. Wait! Their mother's right. They never listen. Well then, let's have a look at the front of the shop. Who can resist all those syrups, nougats, and fudge?
Them trying to get away would be much easier with an invisibility cloak. Fortunately, they don't. To our knowledge, they don't have one. They could have borrowed Harry's one, which just so happens to be the Hallow Cloak.
Have a look at the eyeball bonanza. Always good for a laugh, but not very appetizing, is it?
Praising Aunt Marge's waltz in various different ways.
Chocolate frogs. Each comes with a collectible witch or wizard card. Better eat that one before it hops off.
Don't worry, the ones that hop away, hey, you can sort of tell computer generated. That one I could tell was a real sweet. Anyways, let's go through this ending and I'll meet you guys at the next one and at the other ending.
What delectable syrup is floating about in that vat? What I wouldn't give for just a little taste. I don't know about you, but I've been gorging myself since we arrived. One more exploding bonbon and you'll have to send me to hospital. Let's leave now while we can still get through the door. We can come back whenever we like.
Alright, so that was a very interesting tour. I'll see you guys at the next...
What in the name of Azkaban is
at the
keeping
other
you?
ending. Alright guys, here we are back at the crossroads point. Now let's go the other way, see what happens when we do.
Let's have a look in the cellar. I'm sure the shopkeeper won't mind. Right through this door marked no melt ice cream. Watch out on the staircase. You never know where there might be stray chocolate frogs or jelly slugs lying about. Well, this is where it all happens at Honeyduke's Sweet Shop. Excuse me, madam. Here is where the fudge is mixed. Soft nougat and hard nougat are whipped and boiled, and the caramels are, well, caramelized.
Well, I have no idea of the name of that track. I do know that it's used during the introduction to the Night Bus. That's pretty much it, really. All I have to say. Anyways, let's look at this.
What are these odd little morsels? Well, no matter how scary a confection may appear, you can be sure it will satisfy even the most discerning palate.
Basically what he's saying is, even though they're sugar skulls, they still appeal to the sweet heat tooth.
Judging by the size of it, he could be rolling that dough all day. It's no wonder that all flours and sugars are sifted to their finest consistency. After all, you wouldn't want a lumpy sugar quill, would you?
Pretty bad idea, now that you speak of it. Anyways, let's move on.
I see it's hard to keep everything in stock. There's always another choco ball or cockroach cluster to make. Who's that? Fred, George, what are you up to? No dung bombs down here, you two. Are you trying to get us all in trouble?
Alright, so... yes, they're hiding from the guy. I'm assuming because they don't want him to see the passage to Hogwarts.
Everything at Honeyduke's has been done the same way for as long as any student at Hogwarts can remember. The owners live just above the shop, so one could say they live and breathe their craft. Can you smell that? Oh.
Alright, so this should be the last bit of the tour. Let's finish it up.
Where are you two going? Is that the trap door back to Hogwarts? I have a sneaking suspicion you don't have a map to help you. Well, look out for Snape. He's been patrolling the corridors, and you know how much he enjoys giving detention.
Alright, so that's all the Prisoner of Azkaban wrote on its disc 2, so I really hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, subscribe videos if you did. Any kind of support is always appreciated. Tell me, as is your feedback, so be sure to tell me in the comments down below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to my channel and don't want to miss the next one, Goblet of Fire, be sure to subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
What in the name of Azkaban is